I just came back from the US and I had a quarantine for 3 days.
So how is it?
I love quarantine.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You got a lot of me time.
I'm very extroverted. I love people, but I also love me time.
I think yourself is most important. The lifetime you have to deal with yourself, and no matter what you face or problem or something.
I love that. Hi everyone, welcome to the show today. My name is John Drummond or Yang Haoen.
嗨，大家好，欢迎回到 NG 英文，我是 Stephanie。今天的来宾 Grace 跟上周的来宾 Vanessa 一样，是 Miss30 30小姐的共同创办人。我们接下来就来欢迎我们今天的来宾 Grace。
What's up, everyone? My name is John Drummond or Yang Haoen. Welcome to the NG England show. Today, I am joined by the wonderful Grace Lee. Grace is an entrepreneur. She is the co-founder of Miss30. Like last week's episode with Vanessa, she is a lifelong learner, an incredible soul, and so much more. So everyone, please welcome the wonderful Grace.
Hi, I'm Grace from Miss30.
What's up, Grace?
Hi, I'm good.
Thank you for joining us today on the NG England show.
Yeah.
I'm really happy because I got to meet you and Vanessa pretty much around the same time, and we've been just talking about how small the world of Taipei is, and we probably have so many friends that are similar, and it's just so cool. And so thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was hoping we could start with introducing yourself a little bit to our audience here on NG England. Who is the woman, the myth, the legend, Miss Grace Lee?
Okay. I'm Grace from Miss30, and I'm responsible for the PR and marketing stuffs in Miss30. So I planning the events every month. We have a lot of topic like fashion, wellness, healthy something. Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah. So you are the co-founder.
Yeah.
And so when did you and Vanessa start Miss30?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so cool. And so what was kind of the inspiration for you? I mean, have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur? Where did this world come from, Miss Grace?
Actually, no. I'm not a long-term planner, actually.
Oh, interesting.
So when I met Vanessa, it's a gap year for me, and I left the last job before. So we talk about a lot, and I think I have to do something, and I have a lot of wonderful female friends around us. So I think I have to do some meaningful work to put them together and use my professional, cause I work in the media and the PR background.
Yeah, it's so cool. And I love what you're saying right there too, of you were just surrounded by really strong, powerful women, and you were like, hey, I want to almost like showcase them. You want to like give them platforms to shine. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's so cool. And it's kind of what seems like the heart and soul of Miss30 is giving women, like empowering women. Would you say that's right?
Yeah. So we create a platform online and offline. And we got our social media. So we interview a lot of women every month about fashion or we talk about sex last month. So it's very interesting because
that's very like taboo topics. I love that. Yeah.
A lot of women in Taiwan, they don't talk about that. So they got a lot of myth or the wrong ideas about this. So we want to shout out and use the very health angle to talk about kind of this topic.
So really highlighting these topics that kind of the traditional mindset might be scared to talk about. But when we don't talk about things like that, it actually can lead to being uneducated, right?
Yeah. And make some mistakes.
Yeah, make some mistakes and be scared or shy or embarrassed to talk about these things. Wow, that's really cool. What are those talks about?
So I think sex is including self-conscious. And
being self-conscious. Yeah.
So
What beautiful.
You know what you want and what you want to do. And so we create a watercolor painting to our guests, and you can use flower to decor the works. So the resort just present what you are and your personality. So it's very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, and we drink some wines, so you can share the experience about sex, about your body very easily at that moment.
Yeah, right. And not feel embarrassed to talk about yourself and to be in a safe place. I think that's so important. You guys are creating a safe space to ask questions and to share and to feel like it's okay if you don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. And I think so many different, I'm even thinking like men need to do this too. Like,
actually,
to actually talk like with men about their personal lives like this.
I think everyone should do that, and you will feel very comfortable to share something you don't talk to anyone before. So I think it's what we want to do. Miss30 want to do. Yeah.
That's so cool. And so are there a lot of these types of topics that maybe women feel unsure how to talk to each other about or even talk to themselves about? Is that kind of a big focus with Miss30?
Yeah. And we put a lot of startup women together. We want to promote their brands, their products in our offline event or online website. So we talk about topic the modern woman focus and use our angle.
I just love that. It's so cool. And so your kind of role within your as the co-founder now is focusing on finding a lot of these different types of entrepreneurial women or other powerful women. Is that right?
Yeah. And our social media planning or marketing side. So you can see a lot of fun event or speaker is my work stuff, part of my work stuff. So I talk them and, I plan a lot of fun events because it's my interest and I feel it's my passion.
That's so cool, Grace, because I can feel this is stuff you are interested in too, right? Like you're getting to do work that actually you care about too.
Yeah.
That is the goal, I think, of entrepreneurs is if you can be creating events that like you want to go to.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, like wow, that's the goal, right? Like, hey, I want to go to a talk about sex and like, hey, we made that event.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And you have an event in November, is that right?
Yeah, it's about the lifestyle. And we talk about the home decoration and the hospitality. Yeah, everything about the new place for the woman in 30. So I think it's very interesting. It's very interesting and exciting because for me, I want to buy a house, a place.
Oh,
at my age, but I have totally no idea about it and how to start it.
It's so cool, Grace. And so, so kind of to sum up what you're saying right there is help a lot of women right now think about maybe renting their first place by themselves or buying their first house by themselves. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then what goes into all that, right? Like all the home decoration, all of the planning if you want to host new friends.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. It's like, it's really empowering. It's empowering me as a guy too to hear that you are doing this because I'm like,
so welcome to join us.
Yeah, are guys allowed to go to this event too? Like, I want to learn more about buying my own house. That's so cool. And so it's so fun because these events really, it's just bringing like-minded people together, right?
Yeah.
And the more that can grow into so many different things, right?
Grace 目前在30小姐负责公关与行销，那他们每个月都会有不同的主题，例如时尚、身心、健康等等，并且会办一些线下的活动。那他跟 Vanessa 是在2年前的时候创立这间公司。来宾认为他其实自己不是一个长期规划的人 long-term planner， 像他当时是在离职后要休息的那一年，也称为 gap year， 遇到了 Vanessa。 那他们聊了很多之后才发现他们好像需要做一些什么，尤其是因为他们身边有很多很厉害的女性，他们希望可以利用他们的专业把他们聚集在一起，并且提供给他们一个可以发光发热的平台。这也是为什么30小姐有线上跟线下的平台。他们每个月都会访问 interview 很多不同的女性，例如其中一个月的主题是性，这算是一个大家比较忌讳 taboo 的主题。那因为很多台湾女性不太会聊这件事情， 也因此有很多错误的观念或是资讯。这就是为什么他们想要用比较健康的切角去聊这些话题。就像 John 说的，如果不去聊这些话题，反而会导致很多人没有被正确的教育。那在聊的主题当中，他们会讨论到自我意识 self-awareness， 像在活动当中，他们使用了女性私密处的水彩画，再邀请来宾们用花去装饰。那成果其实可以看得出每个人的个性 personality。 当天也提供了红酒，让来宾可以更加的放松 relax， 这样他们能够自由的分享自己的经验，而不会觉得太尴尬 embarrassed。 那来宾有提到，除了办这些活动之外，他们也想要把创业的女性聚集在一起，然后推广他们各自的生意、品牌或是商品。那来宾对于这样的活动是有热情的 passion。 例如11月的活动中会聚焦在生活，主要是会谈居家装潢以及女性进入30后会如何布置他们的家。因为像来宾自己也想买房，但他不知道如何着手。那我自己也非常喜欢这种主题，因为我是一个蛮注重生活仪式的人，所以家里的摆设、味道等等都会蛮讲究的。那当初买摆设的时候，其实真的蛮头痛的，所以如果早点认识30小姐并且参与这样的活动的话，或许会省去我很多麻烦。其实 John 也认为男人也需要这样子的聚会，我也蛮认同的，因为我认为无论是男女都要多认识不同的人，因为就有机会从别人经验当中学习到新知识。
So fun, so fun. And so was your background always in what we call PR? PR in English is maybe public relations. So maybe these backgrounds in PR and marketing, is that something of your interest?
Actually, when I come back, it's my first job in the PR industry in Condé Nast company. So before that, I don't know what to do or who am I? Yeah, actually.
The big questions.
Before 25 years, so I don't know what I want to do. After that, I think I find my interest, and I believe that I can do it well.
You said something really interesting right there. I think that relates to so many different people, is how did you actually begin to understand what you wanted to do? Like, do you remember that process for you?
You know, when I'm a kid, I really like to talk to people, and I like people around me, but I don't think it's a good personality
like a job
for
or
me.
something.
Yeah. So before 25 years old, I still find myself. I take a long time.
No, that's actually...
Yeah.
Some people don't find themselves ever. Yeah. So the fact that you found yourself around 25 is amazing.
Yeah. So after this job, I think the passion will tell you this is right and who you are. That energy you feel from, like you said, guys, connecting this back to kind of what Grace is talking about. Grace is creating events for herself. Like, she would probably go to that event and you feel energized to do that, right? You feel like you wake up every day and you're like, hey, I have a lot of things to do, a lot of planning, a lot of logistics, but I want to do that. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Whoa! I love that because that's so cool.
Grace 担任的 PR 其实就是 Public Relations 公关的缩写。那他当时回台湾的第一份工作就在康泰纳仕担任 PR。他在25岁之前都不知道自己要做什么，或是他自己是谁，直到他对于自己正在做的事情当中找到一股能量 energy 跟热情时，他才觉得他找到了自己。因为像这些他举办的活动当中都是他自己本人会想要去参加的，我觉得这很重要耶。就像 John 说的，会有很多人都能够体会那种正在寻找自己的阶段。那来宾能够在25岁找到自己的方向是非常幸运的，有些人或许一辈子都找不到，所以各位快点大胆的去尝试找自己吧。
Thinking though about the future for Grace, what do you want to be focused on maybe in 2023 and beyond for yourself or, with Miss30?
Actually, as I said, I'm not a long-term planner. So I live in the moment.
Ooh,
yes.
That's good.
And I think I was shy and a bit nervous when I faced the pressure before. So I go through the depression and the eating disorder for a long time before. So this year I want to focus on myself because I think if myself getting better, everything will getting better, including the Miss30, my career. Yeah. So I do a lot self-awareness tests recently. So I know myself more and more and I can deal with myself. So right now I'm be more relaxed. So when I face some pressure or difficulties, I don't feel nervous or even pressure.
I'm a big believer of this, of like getting to know yourself more actually allows you then to kind of work on some of maybe your flaws or stuff that maybe you weren't aware of. So that's so beautiful. I love that you're doing that, Grace. Well, I wish you nothing but success with Miss30 and with your own self-development. Sounds like you're on a beautiful path right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
来宾刚好提到他是一个不擅长长期规划的人，他是一位活在当下 live in the moment 那一种人。那因为他曾经有面临过很多压力，导致他很长一段时间得忧郁症 depression 以及饮食失调症 eating disorder。这就是为什么今年他希望可以将注意力放在自己身上，因为他认为如果自己变得更好的时候，身边的一切才会变好。这当然也包括了他的事业，所以他常常会做一些自我意识的检测，并且确保自己要多放松。就像 John 说的，要多了解自己才能改善我们的缺陷 flaws。 我觉得现在人的压力真的都蛮大的，坦白跟你们说，我也曾经跟 Grace 有一样的经历，后来也花了蛮久的时间调试心情跟想法，才渐渐的恢复正常。那我也才意识到，原来我当时太在乎外界对我的看法，反而忽略了自己的需求。所以我也一直都在练习将自己摆在优先顺序，并不是说要变得很自私，而是要更加在乎自己的身心健康哦。
Do you mind if we switch gears to kind of talk about your incredible language? You speak Mandarin, you speak maybe Taiwanese, you speak, I think, German, you speak
Not
English. You are a superwoman. So where did this language journey begin?
I think since my high school. Yeah, because studying in Taiwan, you have to learn English when you are kids. Yeah.
Well, that's the idea, but it seems like it worked for you.
Yeah. So, but personally, I love to watch a lot of series and movies. So a lot. And I want to say, if you want to learn a new language, second language, just let it be part of your life. Yeah, it's very naturally. Don't push yourself to do something, to read the books or magazines. Yeah, I think it's very naturally.
That's beautiful. Yeah, make it naturally kind of a part of your life. And so for you, that meant watching series that you enjoyed, watching shows that you already kind of enjoyed. Is that right? And then, you'd relate to those characters a little bit in one way, and then it becomes a part of your life. I love that. Yeah, so well said. And so thinking about, you are from, I believe, Taoyuan, is that right? And you moved to Taipei. Have you had to now become more bilingual that you're in Taipei? Do you have maybe some foreign friends, or do you want to expand Miss30 as a global business now?
Yeah, because my client is not just in Taiwan. We have a lot of clients just abroad. Yeah, so we use a lot of English email or conference call. So English is very important. I think not just in my personal life, in my career is important too.
Yeah, I love that. And so, as you were kind of saying, some of the tips kind of and advice that, you watch series, but if you didn't like series, would there be any other things that you tried in your life that would help you with your English?
Don't be shy. Just practice, talk to foreigner or friends. Yeah, because I think Taiwan is it's open up. So you can see a lot of people from worldwide. So you can talk to them and you can use language. You can use English. So from very simple vocabulary, it's fine. Yeah,
that's right. And I always stress that on the show is any simple words, terrible grammar, that's okay. It's all okay, because everyone is just trying to understand each other. Yeah. And now that the borders are open up, did you hear the news? Yeah, no more quarantine.
It's before my birthday.
Ooh, when's your birthday?
So it's 17 October.
Whoa!
So it's
the
a
show
good
is going to come. Yeah, so happy early birthday to you. I think
Thank you.
This will be out a week before your birthday.
Okay.
Yes, but then you get to travel again.
Yeah.
And no quarantine. Yeah, I just came back from the U.S. and I had to quarantine for 3 days, but it was okay.
Yeah, 3 days.
3 days, okay. But I had to do 14 before in the hotel.
Really?
Yeah, that was terrible.
So how is it?
To be honest, I love quarantine.
So what did you do?
I love quarantine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
You got a lot of me time, right?
I just love me time. I'm very extroverted. I love people, but I also love me time.
Me too.
Oh, it's so good for me to recharge and to really just do exactly what I want.
Yeah.
And so I loved it. I was like, and I came back from the US and I had 3 days. I was like, perfect. Me time, 3 days. No friends. Nobody can see me. Everyone's like, let's go to dinner. I'm like, no, can't. Quarantine.
I love quarantine too.
Yeah. You love me time as well?
Yeah, me too.
Guys, me time. Sounds like the theme, Grace, of your life recently is me time, you know?
Yeah, because I think yourself is most important because, you know, the lifetime you have to deal with yourself and no matter what you face or the problem or something, so you have to take care of yourself very well.
I love that. You know, the more we take care of ourselves, the more we can be better to others. I believe, you know, so I love that you're thinking about that.
来宾会中文、英文、台语跟德文。虽然他说他现在德文没有像以前那么溜啦，但我相信是因为台湾真的比较少有机会用到。但我觉得任何语言都是一样的，要常常使用才不会忘光哦。那来宾学习语言的路程是从高中开始的。那因为台湾的学校都得学英文。但是主要是因为他个人很喜欢看电影跟电视剧，他认为学习另外一个语言最简单的方式就是要将这个学习的方式变得很自然 natural， 变成生活中的一部分。那因为30小姐有蛮多国外的客户，所以其实英文蛮重要的。所以来宾想要给大家建议就是不要害羞 shy， 要多跟外国人跟朋友们练习说话，就算是简单的单字或是很糟糕的文法 grammar 都没有关系，尤其是现在开放大家出国了，这样就应该更简单了吧。开放的日期好像是13号吧，那刚好来宾的生日是17号，所以真的非常幸运耶。而且顺便跟 Grace 说 Happy Early Birthday。 但其实说到隔离的时间，John有提到他其实并不排斥，因为他虽然是一个外向的人 extrovert， 但还是很喜欢有自己的时间。那如果是一个内向的人 introvert， 我相信隔离根本就是天堂吧。那我自己也算是一个外向的人，但其实我也喜欢有自己的时间可以稍微充电一下。那就像来宾说的，照顾自己这件事情是非常重要的，因为陪伴你一生的人就是自己。那John也说了一句我非常认同的话，那就是要先照顾好自己，才能对别人更好哦。
Well, Grace, thank you so much for joining us on the NG England show. A question I love to end with is if you could go back and talk to a younger Grace, would there be any advice you give yourself?
I want to talk to her. You should explore more and get more experience. Because when I'm in college, I don't go out. I don't have too many friends. So I think it's a shame because I think you have to do like part-time job, make some friends or join the clubs, something. But I didn't do that. Yeah. So if I go back, I will tell her, you know, you should do that.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. And I think, you know, those stages of your life were appropriate. Maybe you were watching more series during that time.
Yeah, I did.
So maybe that's good because now your English is great.
So I like me time a lot.
Me time to get that English. Well, you know, it's background English because you probably just like the shows. And then, yeah, you get English.
最后 Grace 会想要跟年轻的自己说，请多探索吧，因为他以前不太会出去，而且没有太多的朋友，他觉得有点可惜，因为他应该做点什么，像是加入社团认识更多人之类的。那当时的他其实都在追剧，但其实也没有什么不好啦，因为他也因此练出了今天的英文程度。但的确我也认为要多认识新朋友是比较好的，因为可以开启更多的机会认识新事物。但同时朋友们也是需要过滤一下的，因为酒肉朋友大家都有，但真正会关心你，在你需要帮忙时拉你一把的，才是日后对你生活中有帮助的哦。那我们就谢谢今天的来宾 Grace。
Well, where can people find maybe your social media? Where can they find more about Miss30 online?
You can search Instagram Miss30 and my personal IG account is Grace50128.
Grace50218.
128.
Grace50128. I feel like that's like a numbers test. What?
Yeah.
50128. Is that
it's a study number.
Like a
elementary school.
It's like your classmate.
Oh,
you're
class
like your class number.
Yeah, class number.
It stayed with you forever. I love it. Awesome, Grace. Well, thank you for joining us on the NG Ingwen show. Please don't forget to follow us on NG Ingwen _ICRT, or find me, John Drummond 89 on all the socials. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that is our NG Ingwen show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now Spotify. You can search NG Ingwen, or you can search on IG NG English ICRT. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7, and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.